Ladies, gentlemen, and everyone who knows not all games have 8 arms, welcome to the Wednesday Night Joke Night here on the 146895 repeater. I am Kilo Echo 8 Papa Victor Limo, your net control for the evening. My name is Nemo and I am located in Denmark Township. Before I go any further, is there anyone that needs this repeater for emergency or priority traffic? Okay, nothing heard. If anybody does need the repeater for emergency or priority traffic, I will recognize, break, and your call sign, and we will gladly concede the repeater for the duration of the emergency. Again, this is the Wednesday Night Joke Net here on 146895. This is a directed net, and all traffic should go through net control. Everyone with a valid amateur radio license is encouraged to participate. This net meets every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. And the purpose of this net is to have fun making each other laugh, coming up with crazy punchlines for this week's joke. This is a 3-round net, so please stick around or you might miss something. Before I get on the list of regular check-ins, let me just say this repeater is owned and operated by Tom N8CT, and we have appreciated it being available for public use. I'm not going to go down the rest of that because, as I'll talk later, none of the rest of this information will be relevant shortly. But please, in the meantime, treat the repeater through the duration of the net as if it has a 2-minute timeout and allow for clean breaks between transmissions. And other than that, we are good to go. All right, let me break for time. We'll go down the list of regular check-ins. We'll see who all's here tonight. All right, starting off at the top of my list is Jeff, KC8LAR.
We're here, Nemo. K8CY, back to that.
All right, Jeff, sorry, my pen's not quite keeping up with my brain here, but we'll reach out to Dan, N8DRL.
N8DRL here via Echolink.
All right, very good, Dan. Thank you for joining us tonight. Appreciate you being here. Hopefully you're doing okay and things are looking better on the home front there. How about Ken down there in Andover, KE8YBN?
Yeah, we're here at K8CY, and yep, we're here, back to net.
All right, very good, Ken. Thank you for joining us tonight. Appreciate it. We'll reach over, up over by the harbor there, sort of. We'll talk and see if Wayne's here. Alpha Charlie 8, Yankee Juliet.
Good evening, Alpha Charlie 8, Yankee Juliet.
All right, Wayne, good having you with us tonight. As always, pleasure. How about out there in Cleveland Heights? We'll see if K8TIE is around. Dave, are you with us?
K8TIE. How are you, Nemo? How are you, Nat? Coming again clearly here. Pretty well. Some of the people seem to have more FM deviation than required, but generally okay. K8TIE, back to net control.
All right, very good. Always a pleasure having you with us, and good to hear you out there tonight. How about Vito Alpha Delta 8, Oscar India?
Alpha Delta 8, Oscar India here.
All right, very good. Now we reach out to Jim, KE8 LFR.
KE8 LFR, present.
All right, got you in the log. Thank you for joining us tonight. Appreciate you being here. How about Hiram? Is he out there tonight? Joe, W8KNO. All right, Joe, I'm pretty sure that was you in there, but you're not breaking the squelch on the repeater. I mean, you are just barely holding it, but there's no audio coming through for you. Give it one more try. Well, that's radio, man. Last week you were booming in here like you were sitting next to me at the desk, and now we're barely holding the repeater. Hopefully, I'll get you down in the log. I'm sure you're hearing us, so I'll make sure that I write you down. We'll put you down as maybe an IO. How about that there, Joe? Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll give you a shout during the discussion and during the rounds and see how things work out. I think this guy's out on work detail, heading out somewhere. But we'll try Tom, K8CY. All right, nothing heard there. Well, we'll be looking forward to having him back in town, and when he does get here, that'll be great. We'll get him back in the rotation. How about our friend across the lake there, Victor Echo 6, X-Ray Tango Charlie? Bruce, are you with us?
There we go. I'm getting troubles again with the stupid Echolink. Anyway, I'm present and I don't have 8 arms to hold me.
W8IJC link.
All right, very good. I'll put that in the log, and maybe that's a winner there. We'll see. How about Alpha 8 Delta Lima? Drew, are you out there tonight? Well, I was trying to give him a few seconds just in case he was also on Echolink, but we'll try Ruth Ann now. K8ZVO. All right, nothing heard there. Wishing her all the best. Appreciate her checking in with us via Echolink, and man, it sounds like she's having a great time. All right, this is K8PVO with the Wednesday Night Jokenet, and that rounds out the list of regular check-ins as I have them. Is there anybody I might have missed or anybody who'd like to check in? Please call.
K8RJO.
Ron, good to have you with us tonight, sir. Appreciate you being on the list. Anybody else?
Kilo 8 Sierra Alpha Sierra.
I believe that was it Kilo 8, come again?
Kilo 8 Sierra Alpha Sierra.
K8SAS. All right. Can I have a first name for the log, please?
Sure, Nemo, it's Steve. Sierra Tango Echo Victor Echo, live and direct from the campground.
Welcome back, sir. The weather must have treated you well, and you must have had some extra time there. Hearing you good and from the campground, I knew I recognized the call, but I couldn't put the first name in there. Glad you're with us tonight, and I hope you're enjoying this weird weather that we're having for the fall time. All right, one more call out. Anybody want to check in? Please call K8PVL.
W8KNO is here.
Gotcha, Joe. Thank you for the check-in tonight. Appreciate it, man. I knew you were out there somewhere. Anybody else? All right, nothing heard. Well, Hey, that's all right. We've got a good list of people here tonight, and with everything that's going on, hopefully we all get the word spread, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. In the meantime, let's go ahead. We'll get into this week's joke. Woo, all right. So this week's joke, I'm sticking to a theme here, sort of. I guess maybe not. So International Speak Like a Pirate Day is coming up here pretty soon. I think we're not going to be able to have a net on that day, but it's sort of in the spirit of that. I'm gonna run some jokes at least till the end of the month that are on that theme. So today's joke: what did the pirate say when he retired? Today's joke: what did the pirate say when he retired? And well, let me spin the dial here, and we'll see what we can do. Hey, we're gonna go ahead and start with Dan N8DRL. Thanks for joining us tonight, sir. And tonight's joke: what did the pirate say when he retired?
Yeah, I don't have a clue, Nemo.
Uh-oh, I got my first stumper tonight. Maybe I've got some good ones in here. We'll see what happens. Ken, K8CY, how about it, man? What did the pirate say when he retired?
Let's see. I think you put a patch in front of his eye. He's a doggone retirement. I only got a buccaneer. That's that.
Well, I don't know how you can retire on a buccaneer, but man, you're probably right about that. All right, Wayne, Alpha, Charlie 8, Yankee Juliet, thanks for being here tonight, sir. What did the pirate say when he retired?
The only thing that comes to mind, and he may have said it something like "I matey" or something like that.
All right, very good. I like that answer too. How about it, K8TIE, Dave? Thanks for being here tonight. And what did the pirate say when he retired?
Shivering timbers. I should have taken and looked at the fine print when they told me to retire to the south. Antarctica is terrible in the winter. K8CY, back to net control.
All right, very good. Should have retired in Jamaica. Yeah, don't retire up north. That's for sure. Yeah, that's cold. All right, Alpha Delta 8 Oscar India. How about it, man? What did the pirate say when he retired?
I heard the pirate said when he retired, "That's all, matey."
All right, that one I like. That's all matey. Very good. How about it, Jim? K8LFR. What did the pirate say when he retired?
Man, I can't even think of nothing. You got me. I'm stumped. K8LFR.
All right, I got a stumper in there. Two of them tonight. I'm working on maybe a third one. We'll see what happens as we go down the list. We'll go down to Joe out there in Hiram W8K. I know you're sounding real good tonight now. What did the pirate say when he retired?
I'm glad I didn't have to walk the plank.
Man, I would think just about every sailor would be thinking that when they retired. Very good, Joe. Thank you for that answer tonight. We'll go up to Canada. Victor Echo 6, X-Ray, Tango Charlie. Bruce, how's it going tonight, man? And what did the pirate say when he retired?
Maybe he said land sakes.
Ah, land sakes. That's a good one, too. I like that answer. We're getting some good ones tonight. How about it, Ron? K8CY. Good to hear you, man. It's been a minute. What did the pirate say when he retired?
Good evening, Nemo and the group. I think you got your first stump. I can't even come up with a witty answer or even a guess. So you got your first stump here. KC8RJO back to net control.
Well, that's all right. Nothing to worry about there. It's that's part of the fun of it is being stumped and listening to everybody else's good answers there. We'll go out to Steve over there in the campground. K8SAS. Welcome back to the group, sir. What did the pirate say when he retired?
Good evening, Nemo, and everybody on the net. The only thing I can think of is you won't have my timber to shiver anymore. Back to you.
Okay, very good. And did they have canned spinach back in the pirate days? I don't know. Maybe we'll see what happens there. We could go take a look. Hey, that rounds out the list as I have it. This is KE8PVL with the Wednesday Night Joke Night. Is there anybody who would like to check in? Please call.
Kilo Echo 8, Zulu Victor Oscar.
KE8ZVO, Ruth Ann, thank you for joining us tonight. We were just mentioning that you were had been joining back into the net here, so appreciate you being here tonight, and hopefully everything's going okay for you. You're right in time for the joke round, and tonight's joke: what did the pirate say when he retired?
I think he said, I only have one leg to stand on now. And back to net. KE8CVO.
W8IJC link.
Man, I don't know what kind of pirate this was, but he must not have been a very good one because he only has $2. He's retired to the Arctic and he only has a leg to stand on. That doesn't sound like a retirement plan to me. All right, this is K8PVL. One more call out to anybody who wants to check in. Please call.
W8IJC.
W8IJC. Andrew, I got you in there, man. Good to hear you tonight. Let me see if there's anybody else that wants to check in, and we'll get right to you. All right, nothing heard. Okay, Andrew, right to you, man. W8IJC, welcome back to the net. Appreciate you being here tonight. Tonight's joke: what did the pirate say when he retired?
Good evening, everyone. W8IJC Andrew here. I got nothing for the jokes. I just heard you guys in there, and I was like, oh shoot, the net starts at 8, not 9. K8IJC back.
Way back when I first started this net, I considered it to be a 9 o'clock net. And before I actually got rolling, a few people told me if I start a net at 9 o'clock, everybody will be asleep that'll be on it because they all go to bed early. So I said, all right, 8 o'clock it is. Very good, sir. Thank you for joining us tonight. One more call out to anybody who wants to check in. Please call K8PVL. All right, nothing heard. So tonight's joke. What did the pirate say when he retired? Why did I wait till I'm 80? Why did I wait till I'm 80? That's what he said when he retired. That's the story, and I'm sticking to it. Some of you guys had better answers. So, man, this guy he really didn't have it together. He only had $2. He was retired in the Arctic. He waited till he was 80, and he only had one leg to stand on. That does not sound like a retirement plan to me. Poor guy. All right. Normally, I would go into announcements at this time, but I'm going to save those until after the comment round. So let's just swing right into that because our announcements are going to go right into our discussion topic for the evening. So, hey, we'll start at the top of the list. We'll go to Jeff, K8CY. Thank you for being here tonight, my friend. Oh, wait. I'm sorry, Jeff. You are last on the joke. Oh, man. Come. I'm sorry, man. I started. My fault. Go ahead. K8CY, Jeff, with the joke answer.
I forgive you, Nemo. There'll be no verbal abuse. Well, I guess it's time to hang up the parrot and find me a patch. How's that for that? And we're doing okay getting things together. And other than that, just working on some things around the shack. And with that, we'll pass it back to net control. Thanks for hosting. K8CY, back to net.
Hey, not a problem. Anytime, man. And thank you for being understanding. Like I always like to say, we're trained amateurs. That's what we are, trained amateurs. So there you go. Dan, N8DRL, good to have you with us tonight, sir. Hopefully you're healing up well. What do you got for the group?
I've got an appointment tomorrow morning, so we'll see if we're healing up all right. Anyhow, you know what, I just want to say I'm getting bored. Sitting here at the house doing nothing. Just, watching the walls and the shadows move across the walls as the sun moves. Anyhow, back in control at ADRO.
Well, I can honestly say that I found something that's not as fun as watching paint dry, and that was watching concrete dry. I can only imagine how painful it must be watching the shadows move across the wall and not being able to do much else, my friend. But believe me, re-injuring is not going to help it at all. So please take care of it. We're all praying for you. And I'll stop down there for a little while tomorrow as soon as I can and chat with you for a little bit. Give you a little bit of company before the day is out. How about Ken, K8YBN down there in Andover? You, the cake man, brought it up. Thank you for showing up to the meeting. And what do you got for the group?
Well, not the gang just work around the house, get weed eating, get the lawn mowed, and just take advantage of the good warm weather anyway. And, hey, did you guys know that if you trim your toenails, your shoes fit better? Back to net. Oh boy, K8YBN. Back then.
Okay, well, don't hurt yourself moonwalking there, Ken. I can appreciate that, though. All right, Wayne, Alpha Charlie 8, Yankee Juliet, good to have you with us tonight. What do you got for the group?
Not too much tonight. I'm happy we're getting things done on the administrative side here in the club, but kind of melancholy about the repeater, but it's what it is. We'll see what kind of coverage we get when Tom puts the repeater up at his house. We'll see. Other than that, that's about it tonight. Everybody who dropped by tonight, thank you very much. Back to net. Alpha Charlie 8, Yankee Juliet.
All right, very good. And that's the tower reminded me to ID. This is K8PVL. That means 10 minutes have gone by, and I am your net control tonight. Thank you for being here. We'll reach out to Cleveland Heights. Dave, K8TIE, good to have you with us tonight, sir. And what do you got for the group?
that I can actually pay for all my renewal license fees. I have a little card that shows me everything I'm supposed to do for it. But I'm also making a fairly big order on Amazon, including 2 terabytes in solid state external ROM or memory, and a couple of other things. And it turns out they've got new security measures, which means their people, even when you get in touch with a person, can't give you information directly very well. So in the interim, in the last year, or thereabouts, my debit card has changed its number. It's the same kind of card, but it's got a different number now because of some tactical errors I made back about early in the spring. So a new card was issued. It had a new number, and it turns out that somehow or another, when I first made my Amazon account, I just went in with it. But now they can't give me pieces of information or to connect me from the operator where I'm talking to the center where I enter to update my data. Oops. So now I got to go through all kinds of hoops to try to take and get my debit card number changed on their accounts. And they want to take and install an app on my phone, and I will not have that. So it's really a pain. So that's what I have going on for the next few days. K8CY, back to net control.
Well, I can feel you on that pain right there because, well, it wasn't Amazon, it was Steam, but I had a very similar instance with a Steam account. Maybe about 10 or 12 years ago when Steam first started coming around, and maybe they've cleared things up since then, but I had that same thing happen where my bank card rolled over and I had a different number on it, and when I went to go access my Steam account, they wouldn't let me because the number had changed, and I couldn't get them to change it, all that stuff. So in fact, that bank didn't even exist anymore. That was originally that account was set up on. So I feel you 100% on that. All right, we'll go down the list here. We'll go to Katie Alpha Delta 8 Oscar India. That's who we're going to go to. Vito, good to have you with us tonight, sir. What do you got for the group?
Here, not much, playing with the computer, working on a project for some printing, and I'm trying some filaments to get ready to print it. And that's about it. Back to that.
W8IJC link.
All right, very good. Well, bang up job at doing the 3D printing stuff you've been working on. I can appreciate how hard it is to do some of the things you've been doing, as I've done some 3D modeling myself, and it's not an easy task getting all the details down. All right, we'll move down the list here. We'll go to Jim, we'll go to Jim, K8LFR. Good to have you with us tonight, sir. What do you got for the group? Yeah, copy that. I still got a lot of clutter, but at least I got my desk in some semblance of order right now, so I'm feeling pretty good about that too. So thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. I'm glad you found your radio room. Hopefully you were able to turn the lights on and weren't stumbling around in the dark there. All right, W8KNO, Joe out of Hiram there, man. Thank you for joining us tonight, sir. What do you got?
This is W8KNO, and good evening to everyone. It's good to hear you all. And my advice to you all is don't get old. This half a month is doctor month. Today I went to the VA in Akron for a test, and if anyone goes through the center of Akron, it's a 70-77 interchange. The ramp going south is open. So I went to the VA in Akron today. Tomorrow I go to the VA in Parma. And then next week I have to go to the VA in Akron to get the reports from both of those exams. And then I have to take that to the clinic in the last couple days of the month. So this is go to the doctor and go get tested month. As I said, don't get old. Back to you, Nemo. W8KNO.
Okay, well, I'm not sure I can avoid doing that, but it does sound like you've got some rigmarole going on over there with all them doctor's appointments, man. That is crazy. I know they used to try and keep doctors in areas that would do the things that need done, but I guess that's just not the way it is anymore, and you just got to go all over the place. I thought things were getting better over at the VA, at least that's what a lot of my friends were saying anyway. Hey, that's all right. Well, wish you the best of luck and safe travels to you, dude. Stick around before the announcements are over, man, because it'll be important that you hear some of the information coming up, though. Also, Bruce, K8, Bruce, Victor Echo 6, X-Ray Tango Charlie, thank you for joining us tonight. What do you got for everybody, sir? Victor Echo 6, X-Ray Tango Charlie. Bruce, you still with us?
Nemo.
All right. Well, nothing heard from Bruce. Maybe he walked down the hall. I thought I might have heard somebody trying to break in there. Go ahead.
I'll stand by.
All right. Well, that sounded like Lenny in there. I think I heard him. K8 Oscar Kilo. We'll put you on the list, sir. We'll get you in there. All right. We'll keep on going, though. We didn't hear back from Bruce there for a minute. Maybe he'll circle back around to us. How about Ron, KC8, RJO? Good to have you back in the net here, sir. And what do you got for everybody?
I'd just like to say hello and good evening to everyone on the net. Good to hear everybody. Glad you could check in. I'm just standing by for the discussion on the announcements that I know you're going to make here, and hopefully can come up with I know we'll eventually come up with a solution, but we'll get there. So I'm on hot standby here. KC8RJO, back to net control.
All right, very good, Ron. Thank you for joining us. We'll go out to the park there, out to the campground where Steve's at, K8SAS. Good to have you with us, sir. What do you got, man?
Once again, Nemo, good evening, everybody. K8SAS over here. Yeah, about the doctors and everything. The older I'm getting like that, my friends are dropping off my contact list, but I'm adding more doctors all the time. Go figure, you know. And Ken, I think he was the one that gave the tip about cutting toenails to make the shoes fit. Oh, go figure. All these years like that, I wish I would have known him sooner. I've been cutting off the ends of the shoes. to make them fit. But anyway, no, it's a beautiful day in the campground today. It's cool, no humidity, nice wind, sunny, a lot of dryness. So I guess, it's getting to the point where everybody needs a little bit of rain, so I'll go with that. But not too much, We're enjoying it too much here. So I wish everybody a good evening, and we'll catch you again on the net next week. K8SAS, back over to you.
All right, Steve. Yeah, please stick around through the announcement rounds because you're going to need that information as I get down to it. Guarantee. All right, we'll go down to Ruth Ann, K8ZVO from way out of town. Come on with it. What do you got for the group, sir, ma'am?
Oh, this is K8CY. Just sitting out here watching some beautiful clouds and sunshine on the mountain, and I'm hoping to watch the sunset on the mountains tonight. They say they turn pink, and I have never been like see them. So I'm always trying to find a place to watch. And then it's great hearing everybody on the radio. The other day I was doing something with a foreign, call center, and the guy was using perfect phonetic alphabet to double check all the letters in my long name. So that was fun to hear. So that's it. I just like hearing everybody, and 6 o'clock sneaks up on me here, but that's the time that, for me it's 6 o'clock. So that's why I miss most of the time. So back to that, K8 video.
All right. Well, we appreciate you taking time out of the day to be here absolutely at 6 o'clock and making sure that you took note of that. And I appreciate you being here. And one day I've got a good mountain story for you. And when we've got more time, I'll tell you. Maybe I'll just kick it over to you in an email and give you a good laugh. All right. I heard Lenny in there. K8 Oscar Kilo. Welcome to the net, sir. Got you in there. What do you got for the group? And tonight's joke was, what was it? It was, what did the pirate say when he retired? All right, we'll put him down as an in and out, but we'll take that check in anyway. All right, that rounds out the list as I have it. This is K8P. Oh, no, wait, it doesn't. Andrew, W8IJC. Good to hear you in there, man. A little staticky from where you're at on the other side of Andover, other side of Pierpont there, but we got you. Come on in. What do you got for everybody?
Once again, good evening, everyone. Andrew, W8IJC here from the XYL QTH. Say hi.
Hi.
There we go. Oh yeah, comment round. Break for 1 sec here. Not too awful much going on here. Just wrapping up my schoolwork for the month here. My little pre-electrician apprenticeship program thing I'm doing online. And regrettably, still working at the dollar store in Pierpont. I wouldn't so much say it's a great time, but they pay me just enough for me to not up and leave. Although, that's always on my mind up there. Depends on how the day goes. Yeah, I'll be sticking around here for the whole net information stuff that needs to be so. Everybody have a good night. This is Andrew, W8IJC, sending it back to Net Control.
All right. Well, very good, my friend. And, don't be a stranger. Try and remember to come back in. We sure miss you sticking your head out the window and giving us an SFI report every week. Lets us know what's going on in the airwaves so that we can talk on the radio. But, hey, even if not, glad you're here with us tonight. One more shout out to anybody who might want to check in. Please call KE8PVL with the Wednesday Night Jokenet.
This is Rare DX, November 8 Charlie Tango.
November 8th, Charlie Tango. Thank you for joining us tonight, Tom. Appreciate you being here. We'll mark you down as DX. That's okay. Tonight's joke was, what did the pirate say when he retired? I know a lot of times you're listening anyway, but I figure I'd let you know that. And we're in the comment round, and we were just going to get on this topic here in just a few moments. So take it away.
Hey, Nemo, I'm just listening here. I tried to listen using Echolink when I was still in the truck over there at the farm hauling silage, but the chopper was too noisy and the truck was too noisy, and I always wear earplugs, so I could not hear the audio coming through the phone. So a little late getting home here, but I'm listening, and carry on. This is N8CT, and I don't know an answer for that joke. I'm all out of it. N8CT.
That's all right. When you sneak in under the wire, you get put in the hot seat for sure. That's okay to have a stumper once in a while there. All right, that rounds out. Well, that's I think that's it. We'll call one more time out to anybody who wants to check in, and then we'll get into some announcements here. K8PVL.
Victor Echo 6, X-Ray Tango Charlie here.
W8IJC Link.
Bruce, thank you for joining back up with us. I was worried about you. I'm glad you're back into the group here. We'll go ahead and let you get your comments out of the way, and then I'll get into the announcements.
There we go. Yeah, I'm having trouble with my Echolink. I'm also noticing that there's distortion on the peaks of people's signals coming from the repeater. So anyone that raises their voice, it gets all distorted out. So I don't know if it's the repeater's fault or Echolink's fault. Anyway, it's nice and sunny here. It's about 76 degrees or so, and beautiful late summer weather.
Well, I definitely can't complain about the way the weather's been, that's for sure, except we are borderline drought conditions down here. So hopefully somebody can send us just a teeny bit of rain to get us through until wintertime. And I think we'll be okay. But man, is it dry. I wouldn't want to try tilling a field right now. It would just turn to dust, I think. All right, anyway, one more call out to anybody who wants to check in. Please call K8PVL. All right, nothing heard there. Please pay special note to some of these announcements because I know I kind of go down them on the regular and we all gloss over them, but I got to make sure I get some of these right. So, because things are about to change. So, the area's District 10, Ashtabula County Emergency Services Training Net will be moving probably, I'm assuming, to not a different night, still Monday night, but over to the 146715 repeater is my understanding. So, hopefully we'll get everybody to drift over that way for the District 10 net. That repeater has a PL tone of 141.3 and an Echolink node of N8CT-L, so people could still get into that over there. The Ashtabula County Amateur Radio Club hosts their weekly net on that repeater, and that again is Echolink node N8CT-L and a PL tone of 141.3. Good group of folks to check in over there every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Give them a shout. Some great folks over there. I'm sure they'll appreciate the numbers. All right. So the winners, congratulations. We had a meeting, last weekend. Saturday was the official club meeting for Amigos Radio Club Ashtabula. And during that meeting, we had our first Meatloaf cook-off. Man, that was great. I can't tell you how stuffed I was by the time I got home. I didn't want to eat no food. But there was many different kinds of meatloaf, and they were all great. We had a first, second, and third place prize winners. You guys know who you are, and thank you, Vito, K8CY for 3D printing the awards for everybody there. I will get a picture of that up on the internet soon for people to check out. So the reason for the changes up there in the repeater numbers and this net too is going to be moving over to the 146715 repeater. This net's going to be over there on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. We're not changing anything. We're just changing the repeater. That repeater is located over in Jefferson, Ohio. It operates under the call sign of K8CY, but the Echolink node for that is N8TC or N8CT-L. So please write that down for all you Echolink users. The Echolink node for the new repeater is N8CT-L. Let me break for time. All right, that repeater is operated and owned and run and all that stuff, also by Tom, but mostly by the Ashtabula County Amateur Radio Club, and we appreciate that they're letting us migrate over there. So please be sure to catch us at that repeater, 146715 PL tone 141.3 and an Echolink node of N8CT-L. The location that this repeater tower is on has been up for sale for some time, and it got closed on, and a reasonable enough leasing deal could not be made to maintain this repeater in its current location. So Tom, thank you for everything you've been doing for us. It's been a great run. This repeater has been awesome. I understand you're going to be setting it up in a lower profile location, so it probably won't work for nets and things along those lines, but it might be a good backup repeater for those locally in the Ashtabula County area, just because. So we will be moving our net this year over to the 146715. But hey, thank you, man. It's been great having this repeater up and in the air, and I don't know if anybody can put a better repeater up than what we've been having for the last couple of years here. Definitely appreciate it. All right, we'll go ahead. We'll start at the top of the list here where I have where we were taking check-ins and discussions and comments, which would be Dan. N8DRL, thank you for being here tonight again, my friend. And hey, this repeater's had a good run, but we'll be moving over to the 715. Hopefully you'll follow us there, right?
I don't know if you're hearing me or not. I'm portable right now, so I'll say everything I get out of here.
All right, Dan, we did hear you in there. No problem. Go ahead, secure your station. Thank you. Keep on listening for the rest of the net, whatever it is you need to do, man. But just take care of yourself over there. No more injuries. That's what we care about. All right, how about it, Ken? K8YBN. We're going to be moving the net over to the new repeater, and I'm looking forward to it. How about you, sir?
Moving like that, maybe be improvement for communication would be a good idea, sure. And all for the better communication. It'll work, like that.
All right, Ken. Yeah, I mean, hey, if we might pick up a couple more attendees for the net if we move over there. Hopefully, everybody will be able to follow us over there good. And again, I appreciate everything that's happened on this particular net and this repeater and the use that it's gotten. I'm sure we've all done our part to keep this repeater hot and active. How about Wayne, Alpha Charlie 8, Yankee Juliet?
I think it's been we've had a good run here. Hopefully we'll get decent coverage out of the new location, but we'll just see what happens, Things, you just got to adapt and overcome, that's all. Then control off Charlie 8, Yankee Juliet, and I, do think Tom for letting us use this repeater as long as we were able to.
All right, very good. We'll go out to Dave, K8CY. Thank you for joining us tonight. Yep, again, this repeater is going to be going down here after today, and we'll be moving over to the 146715 repeater. That's an Echolink node of N8CT-L, man. Hopefully you'll be following us over there.
Since you know my text mail and my email, my telephone text message, you can send me some setup information there for what I have to change on this, because obviously I'm not going to go to this repeater, W8UJC, W8IJC-L, so, and possibly even also frequencies and other things. So send me the info, Kate, and that. By the way, for a bit there, you dropped way, way down, and you now aren't being displayed as being one of the contacts in the contact list on the right window. Just to let you know, K8CY, back to net control.
All right, very good. We'll keep on going down the list. We'll go down to Vito, Alpha Delta 8 Oscar India. How you doing there, man, my friend? And we'll be moving over to a different repeater, but this one's had a good run. What are your thoughts?
Well, anytime you got to move, it's kind of unfortunate. It's never a fun time, but I'll be following you. Pretty sure, for at least my little bit of experience, the footprint's pretty comparable to the A95. I glimpse a little bit here and there over here in Menor as I'm going to and from work. Hear some people talking on them, but not easy for me to get in with just 5 watts. But yes, I'll definitely be on there through Echolink. I already have it programmed into my Echolink, so I will be there. Back to that 88OI.
W8IJC link.
All right, very good. Well, now we'll go down to Jim, K8LFR. We're going to be moving over to that new repeater. Any thoughts?
Sorry, Evo. I am on the phone with the wife. I'm going to have to pass on this round.
All right. Well, just let her know I want the all-you-can-eat fish with the pierogies, and we'll take a salad bar, and we'll see you guys in a little while. Go ahead, pass on the round. I got you covered. We'll go down the list to Joe, W8KNO. Good to have you with us tonight, sir. I don't know if you're going to hit that with RF, but you'll be giving it a try, I'm sure.
I will be giving it a try, and it'll be, if I do it, great, because the local repeater is on the same frequency that we're on now, and when it comes on, it just blanks everything out, so I don't hear you, and I don't hear them either because I have the tone on. But that's it, and I'm going to try to hit it. So hopefully it'll work. Back to you, Nemo, and thank you.
All right, very good, Joe, and we appreciate you being here. How about Bruce over there, Victor Echo 6, X-Ray Tango Charlie, man? We're moving over to a different repeater over here. It's been around for a long time. It's a good, steady repeater, and we're looking forward to the change there.
Yeah, Victor Echo 6, X-Ray Tango Charlie here. Could you please give me the repeater's call sign phonetically, slowly, and I've got my pen and paper handy here.
Absolutely, I sure can. Okay, so if you're trying to reach the repeater, look it up on Repeater Book or anything along those lines. It's Kilo 8 Charlie Yankee. Kilo 8 Charlie Yankee. And the Echolink node that you're going to want to log into is November 8 Charlie Tango Lima. November 8 Charlie Tango Lima.
Copy that. Thanks very much. I'll try that new repeater. By the way, when are you guys going to switch over to the new repeater?
Well, I just got informed about it today, and my understanding is that there's been some negotiation going on back and forth. We've kind of always knew that this might happen with this repeater for some time now, but this was a little sudden. But we will be doing our very next net. The next net coming up here, what is that? 9/18/25 is going to be on that repeater. Or no, not 9/18. Let me bring that calendar back up. That's going to be 9/24/25. So next week's net.
Out. Anyway, thanks for the phonetical spelling of it, and I will try it on the 25th when the Jokenet comes back on. Or is it the 24th? Anyway, I'll be there.
All right, very good. And we'll appreciate you being there. All right, we'll keep on going. We'll talk to Ron, K8CY RJO. Man, I'm looking forward to the move. I think it'll be good. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, Nemo, I think it'll be all right. Thank goodness we do have an alternate that we can go to. We need to be grateful for that. I'd like to echo the thoughts of appreciation for Tom's providing the 895 and maintaining it. And I'd also like to express appreciation for his trying to negotiate a deal, but it just sounds like that was just a no-go. So thank goodness we do have this backup. We've used it before, and I think it'll work all right. So planning on being there. I might go ahead and mention, although you did earlier in the net, that the Monday night Aries net will take place on that 715 repeater also. So with that, back to net control, KC8RJO.
All right, very good. Yeah, we are blessed to have such a strong amateur radio community here in Ashtabula County and northeastern Ohio in general. And so it's awesome that we have backups, because I think there's even there's another one up in Conneaut we could use, or a few others I think still floating around out there. But the Jefferson one is a good repeater. I'm sure we'll be doing just fine on that. Steve, K8SAS, hopefully you'll be following us over there the next time you check in.
Well, Nemo, it's kind of sad when you lose a repeater that you've been using for years and everything. Tom really put a lot of upkeep into it and maintained it, and set it up for us to use and everything. Me being a part-timer out here, and it served everybody well, so thanks a lot, Tom. But basically, yeah, it's a win-win for me, because I was able to check into your net and also the Thursday night net over there, so on the 715. So I've got them both plugged into my radio already, so that shouldn't be a problem. But when I'm home, I'll be able to get into the Echolink and come in on the 715 and the N8CT-L. So it's a win some, lose some. It all depends on location. Like the realers always say, how far out and away everybody is, location-wise, like that, to check in. You might lose some, you might win more. So time will tell. Good luck to everybody. And K8SAS will see you on that new one next week. K8SAS, back over to you.
All right, very good, Steve, and thank you. We'll appreciate hearing you out there next week. And Ruth Ann, K8CY, I know you know the numbers over there, so it shouldn't be too difficult for you to make the switch. And sorry, I'm not pushing it back. All those old folks out here, we don't want to stay up that late. So 6 o'clock it is. Hopefully you can sneak in there with us. What are your thoughts?
K8CVO here. I'm glad I checked in tonight, or I would have been wondering what was happening. So I'm all set for all 3 nets, and whenever I'm free at 6 o'clock, that's good. Violin lessons get in the way on Monday sometimes. So we'll see. But anyway, good to talk to everybody. And can I put a little bit of third-party traffic to K8CIE, Dave?
Absolutely. We'll break and let you go direct with Dave. Go right ahead. K8PVL.
K8CIE, this is K8CVL. I wanted to ask you if you could just say hi to the trivia net for me, that I'm doing fine and I missed checking in the morning. K8CVO, just a Dave.
K8CIE. K8ZVO. Yeah, everybody's been kind of nice, and they've been telling me, oh gosh, we can't talk to her now anymore. She's way out in the middle of the boonies and way out west. So I will give them your best wishes tomorrow morning on the trivia net, and let them know that you're doing well. And can I give them some information on Echolink or something like that, so they can actually contact you? Although I thought they had been contacting you by Echolink for a while. K8CIE, back to KEA. The ZVO, Ruth Ann.
Uh-oh. I thought I was transmitting all this time. And I appreciate that you'll be passing on that information. And they can reach me. I'm up to date on QRZ for address and stuff. Okay. Back to that. K8CVO.
W8IJC link. Nemo, K8 Oscar Kilo Kilo.
All right. K8TIE, did you copy all that information down? No, the QRZ information is correct for her there. You got that?
Yes, I do. The QRZ info is correct. And not only that, I'll be able to take and play back your podcast of it in about a day once you get it uploaded. K8TIE, back to K8PVL, net control.
All right, very good. I heard Lenny breaking in there. K8 Oscar Kilo Kilo. Good to have you with us tonight again, sir. You got you in the rotation. What do you got for us, sir?
Not much. I was just listening to the conversation about the switching over. Yeah, it'd be a good thing. 715. They should have a handful of people, so I think it'd be a good thing. Roger.
All All right. Yeah, I think it'll be great, and I think we might even pick up a few more folks over there. There's some guys that are set in their ways and they like their repeater, so that's all right. I'll take it. If we pick up a few while we're over there, that's okay. I'll take that too. Hey, how about Tom N8CT? Thank you for joining us tonight, sir. Hopefully you're still around the radio, and again, thank you for keeping this repeater on the air for as long as you have, and really appreciate it. It's been a valuable resource to the radio community here and everything you've done for us. Go right ahead, sir.
All right, Nemo, this is Tom N8CT, and first let me just say it's been a pleasure having this repeater on the air, and I've enjoyed all the people using it. It's the reason I put it up. When I first found out that I had access to this tower, it was through a friend of mine that owned the tower, and we worked out a pretty good deal, and I was happy to do it. And then, of course, last couple of years, everybody contributed. I didn't have to put any money into it. Everybody contributed and paid the tower rent. The only thing I did was mow the grass, and that was no big deal. I just loaded my lawnmower up on a trailer and hauled it up there. 45 minutes later, I came home. So that was part of the rent agreement that I had with the original owner. Let me reset here. So the new owner, he's got plans. He's got a big barn next door to where the repeater property is, and he's big time into horses, and he wants to put in some campsites around the repeater where the tower is. The grass that I've been mowing there for the last few years, when I first started mowing it, it was like a field. The original owner, he only mowed it a couple times a year with a brush hog. And when I took on the job of mowing it, I just started mowing it with my lawnmower, and it turned out to be pretty nice lawn, and it looks pretty good. And I'm patting myself on the back for that. Yeah, it looks so good. The new owner thinks that he wants to put some campsites in there. Like I say, he's big time into horses, and these are people, I think, that travel across the country. And he's putting up a white fence all around the property, and he's already got some stock type fence, fence to keep animals in. He's already got that on the east side of the property, and he plans on putting the white fence across the front of the tower's property there. So, we just couldn't come to a good price. He mentioned $100 a month, and I said, no, I can't afford that. So I threw $35 a month at him, and he goes, I can't let you have it that cheap. My electric bill's already $99 a month. Then he mentioned maybe I could do work for him, but as everybody knows me, they know that I probably don't have time to do no more work on the side. I got a pretty full plate already. I retired 3 years ago, but never really slowed down. Anyhow, it has been a pleasure having the repeater on the air. I know, moving the Jokenet, Wednesday night Jokenet over to 146.715, hopefully it's going to work good. One thing I have to tell you, you have to put a good signal into that repeater. I don't know how many people listen to the Thursday night net, but Joan, N8YFF, she was always noisy and scratchy, and she was trying to hold the net. And it was really a bummer to try to check into the net with her when you couldn't even hardly hear her. So a couple of us got together, and we put up a 3-element beam, and we didn't put it up very high. It's only on like 15 feet of mass pipe, and it just looks over the peak of her house, pointed towards Jefferson. And now when you guys listen to her running the net, she's full quieting into the repeater. So I guess my suggestion is run as much power as you can. If you can find, a 2 or 3 element beam, by all means, put it up and point it towards Jefferson. Repeaters, they do what they do. If you put a bad signal in it, it's going to repeat a bad signal. If you put a really good signal into it, it's going to repeat a good signal. So, nobody likes to listen to a lot of noise. So that's my suggestion. And people out towards the east, like Dan and ADRL especially, I know he used to have a beam up there, and he used to get in really good. But Dan, maybe use Echolink. That'd probably be your best bet. All right, that's all I got. Sorry I was so long-winded. And Nemo, you do a great job with the net, and I am guilty. I have had a scanner on many, many net nights, and I've just listened in. You know, not so much to make sure the repeater was working okay, and, you know, I like hearing all the different distant stations checking in. And, you know, that's what kind of gave me a thrill, is having this thing on the air and how good it did work. I will probably plug it in to my antenna that's out here in the barn. And so, you know, Nemo, you'll probably be able to get into it with no problem. But, you know, you go from an antenna at 185 feet on Plymouth Ridge Road to an antenna that's at about 40 feet in Dorset on flat land. It's probably not going to get out that far. So, anyhow, thanks everybody, 73. And probably tomorrow about 10 o'clock in the morning, I'll be pulling the plug. This is N8CT. Back to you, Nemo.
All right, Tom. Well, thank you for everything you've been doing, and appreciate this repeater while it lasted. And, man, it was really kind of one of the best ones around. I think, honestly, like the reach, the footprint that it had has been great. And I don't know if we're ever going to be able to get a better repeater in this area again, but it was good while it lasted, and I did my part. I hope to keep the finals warmed up. Hey, like I just said earlier, I am a trained amateur, and every once in a while I make a mistake here. Jeff, K8CY, you're going to get the last word tonight, man. Go ahead.
That's a good thing or a bad thing, but we'll take the last for it. Like I said, not doing a whole lot. It was good to have it here while it was, and thank you, Tom, for doing what you did while you could do it. And anything else, let us all know, and maybe we'll be able to pull together and come to some kind of agreement. With that, we'll say 7-3s to all for tonight. I got to turn in and go count sheep. I won't be anywhere near Nemo's pasture. K8CY, turn it back to net control.
Oscar Kilo Kilo.
K8 Oscar Kilo Kilo, we'll take you on there. What you got, man?
Just got a quick message for Wayne. Wayne, if you're listening, if you're still there, give me a call when we can meet out the gun range. Roger? Yeah, it's been kind of fun trying to get a hold of him, meeting him out there. Last time I met him out there, he forgot, and you know how that goes. Anyways, I was just trying to catch him again, see if I can have him give me a call sometime this week and see if we can set up a date to go out to the clubhouse. All right. You guys have a good one. K8 Oscar QQ will be off the key.
All right, well, it sounds like he might have secured his station, but that's okay. We appreciate him being a part of the net anyway while he was. And, Jeff, I don't need you to come over and count my sheep. I already did, so I'm ready for a nap. All right, I'm going to put a bow on it. I'm going to bring the net to a close. Thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. Please follow us over to the 146715 repeater. We're going to still have a great time every Wednesday night over there. Tom, thank you again for everything you've been doing for the amateur radio community in Northeastern Ohio in general, and for specifically up here in Ashtabula. Appreciate it. All those currently serving and retired from service to our country, thank you for your sacrifices. Your sacrifices will not be forgotten. This is K8 PVL. I'm going to return the repeater back over to normal amateur radio use for whatever like the time it's going to be up there for. Thank you again, everybody. K8 PVL is clear. Be good to each other.
K8CY, 73 Nemo, 73 people. K8CY, saying 73, and clear for the night. Thank you for a great nap.